Coming to paperback and e-readers this April, ISIS, the main event. It's carnage inside of a steel cage as the goddess next door steps in the squared circle against the beast from the falls in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, the main event, this April. For the first time in recorded history, a prince has been rendered into a pauper. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle have announced that they will stop using their royal titles as Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and His and Her Majesty give up their state funding and repay at least $3 million in taxpayer money that they use to refurbish their official residence at Windsor Castle under an agreement they made with the Queen's aides and Prince Harry and other senior family members. Now, this plan is designed to end a crisis that erupted when your Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they would step back from their royal duties and spend part of their year in North America. Now, when I take a critical examination of this decision does not sound like anything your Prince Harry made on his own. No, this decision sounds like something that Meghan Markle came up with, and with this decision, it's clear that Meghan Markle is the one in the driver's seat in this relationship. Now, when it was announced over 2 years ago that Meghan Markle was going to be married to Prince Harry, many black women were overjoyed at the fact that a black woman would be married to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men. But now, in less than 2 years, we see that your Meghan Markle, the former Duchess of Sussex, has rendered Prince Harry into a pauper. And the reason why your Meghan Markle rendered Prince Harry into a pauper is because your Meghan Markle is caught up in the ideologies of feminism, and she believes that as an empowered woman, she can make more money on her own as a strong and independent black woman than being part of the royal family. Because this decision to step back from the royal duties of the royal family is all about her grabbing the bag, because your Meghan Markle believes that she can grab a bigger bag as a strong and independent black woman than as a member of the royal family. Now, your Meghan Markle thought that before she couldn't get this bag from the royal family, that she thought that she could get the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men to give her the greatest life of all. She thought that she was going to make the big money with Prince Harry because he was a member of the royal family. But when she found out that the economic system of the royal family was completely different than what she expected, that's why she wants to leave the royal family and its economic system. Now, anyone who knows the royals knows that they get their economic needs met by the royal grant. And the royal grant is where the needs of the royal family are met by a series of high-end businesses that have the royal seal. And what happens is members of the royal family go to those businesses to get their food, to get their clothes, and to get their basic toiletries and things. They go to these businesses with the royal seal, and those businesses wind up giving them product that allows the royal family to be cared for. Now, these businesses with the royal seal oftentimes are some of the highest of high-end businesses, but that wasn't good enough for your Meghan Markle because she wanted the bag. And the bag she wanted to be was filled with cash, and she threw her middle finger up at the royal family by saying that their economic system was akin to welfare, and she wanted to go out here and be the strong, independent black woman, and she wanted to make her own money. So that's what your Meghan Markle wanted to step back from the royal duties of the royal family, because she did not want to get her economic needs met primarily through businesses of the royal grant. Now, the other reason why your Meghan Markle wanted to step back from the duties of the royal family is because your Meghan Markle didn't want to work. Now, your Meghan Markle is your textbook gold digger, and as a textbook gold digger, she thought that by marrying the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men, she was going to be on easy street and be taken care of for the rest of her life. And she thought she would have lots and lots of money and lots of jewels, and she didn't understand that being a member of the royal family is a lot of work, and as it being work means you have to make appearances with the royal family at formal family functions, and you have to learn how to carry and conduct yourself during those royal functions. Unfortunately, your Meghan Markle, a strong, independent black woman, she decided that she did not want to do these royal duties, and she was chafing at those royal duties because your Meghan Markle did not want to follow the formal procedures of the royal family that have been in place for at least over 500 years. She thought she was better than the royal family, and she thought she was better than following the rules and standards established by the royal family. So your Meghan Markle, because she could not handle the duties of being a royal, this was the main reason, the other reason why she wanted to step back from being a royal, because being a royal is about being formal, it is about having a stiff upper lip, and it's about having to deal with numerous forms of criticism, whether it be in the UK tabloids, the American tabloids, or even jabs on the street. And when it comes down to being a royal, you must maintain a stiff upper lip, navigate through your emotions, and suck it up. But your Meghan Markle, this strong, independent black woman, she did not want to suck it up, and that's why she wants to step back from her royal duties, and that's why she wants to step into the American lifestyle that she once had. And with that decision to step back into the American lifestyle that she once had, what your Meghan Markle has done is dig a big hole for the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men, your Prince Harry, who at one time was living a very nice lifestyle on that royal grant, on the British taxpayer, and living very well because he was born into royalty. Now, your Prince Harry, thanks to Meghan Markle, is giving up a very lavish lifestyle that was funded by the people of the United Kingdom, who gave him so much money that he was able to wear the finest clothes, drive the nicest cars, eat the finest foods, and that was, again, all at the taxpayer dollar. And he's giving that all up because of this biracial Meghan Markle, who has decided that because she's a strong, independent black woman and does not want to live on the government of the United Kingdom because it reminds her so much of welfare, that she is deciding to leave the royal family and go over to Canada. Now, when I take a critical examination of the lifestyle that Prince Harry was living, that's the kind of welfare that most people would dream of. I mean, you get to live in a official residence like Windsor Castle, a huge place for free. You get your electricity paid, your light and gas paid, you get the place renovated with $3 million of taxpayer money. It's a very comfortable lifestyle. But your Meghan Markle says this is not good enough for her. She says it reminds her so much of American welfare. But as someone who has grown up on American welfare, I can tell you none of us live that well like your Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have. And we never had to be able to shop at some of the finest stores the way your Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have. Unfortunately, the strong, independent black woman, Meghan Markle, she says this is not good enough for her, and she believes that she can make more money on her own. Man, please, she's going to live well on her own. How are you going to live so well on your own when you owe $3 million to the United Kingdom and you're starting out in the hole? Moreover, how is Meghan Markle going to make $3 million to pay off the royal family and then be able to go and make this so-called living? I mean, your Meghan Markle was an actress before she went out here and got involved with the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men, Prince Harry. And your Prince Harry, he doesn't have many skills, and most companies are going to see him as a distraction when he is brought to any sort of corporate job. So your Meghan Markle, she has managed to persuade your Prince Harry, the royal simp, into believing her lies and got her to buy into this delusion that she, the strong independent black woman, can do better than the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men, showing us all the arrogance of your Meghan Markle and how full of it she actually is. Because this clearly is showing her showing us her hypergamy, and that shows us all that no man, even the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men, can please this strong, independent black woman, because here it is, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men. He gave the Meghan Markle the very best in terms of a lifestyle. She was living with a prince. She was living on a royal grant. She was living well with this royal money. But because she could not get the paper in her hands and she could not get a hold of the bag, this is what led to her emasculating her husband, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men. And it led to her going out here and looking to try to go and grab this bag from corporate America. And it also puts a stain on the royal family, one that they're hoping to rub out by stripping Prince Harry of his royal title, sending him out there to go be with his strong independent wife, and then go out here and try to live like any other common man. Now, your Prince Harry says that he wants to avoid the great tragedy that happened to his mother, but the great irony is that he is going to become a part of that great tragedy because he does not understand the hypergamous female nature of your Western woman. And because he does not understand the hypergamous nature of your Western woman, what is going to happen to your Prince Harry is he is now being sent down the road to his own destruction. You see, your Prince Harry doesn't understand that your Meghan Markle was setting him up from day one, and what she wants to do is cut him off from his royal family, cut him off from his royal resources, get him on one of these American jobs on the hamster wheel, and then after she gets him on that hamster wheel, she is going to then file for the divorce, and after she files for the divorce, she's then going to try to get the bag from your Prince Harry. And this after she gets this bag, what she's going to do is then write a tell-all book on your Prince Harry, talking about how bad he is, how no good he is, how rotten the royal family is, and she's going to get paid, and then after she gets paid, once she's separated from him, and now that the debt is taken care of by your Prince Harry working, she's then going to get her spousal support, her child support, and she's going to get to live a lavish lifestyle without any sort of accountability or responsibility handed down to her from the royal family. So she will be able to get the bag from your Prince Harry, and she won't have to be held accountable by the royal family, because that's why she wants to leave the royal family. And she wants to leave because she wants no accountability, no responsibility, and she has set up your Prince Harry, and your Prince Harry, being the royal simp that he is, he can't see how this Meghan Markle, the strong, independent black woman, has set him up for a huge fall. He's so in his feelings about things as related to his mother, he cannot see how this woman has brought him to a crust of bread. And that's what's going to happen to your Prince Harry at the end of the day. He is going to be like what the Bible talked about as related to Proverbs, and that chapter regarding that woman with the smooth oil, whose place was like smooth like oil, and her tongue is smooth like oil actually. And it talks about this woman and how she will bring you to a crust of bread. And that's the sad part about this whole Prince Harry situation, is that we see how your strong, independent black woman has taken the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men, and she has brought that King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men all the way down to a crust of bread. And this strange woman, which your Sullivan talked about and warned us about, has gone and destroyed the King of Kings and Lord of Lords of white men. And that's all because this Prince Harry was a man in crisis, and had he read one of Sean James's classic books like Stop Simpin', Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, or The Misadventures of Captain Save-'em, or The Man Crisis, he could have avoided a female predator like this Meghan Markle, this Duchess of Death, who has now wrapped her clawed hands around his neck and his man junk, and has now stripped him of his manhood, stripped him of his crown, stripped him of his dignity, and is now about to take your Prince Harry straight down the road to hell. If you'd like to avoid dealing with a female predator like your Meghan Markle, you can pick up one of Sean James's classic books, Stop Simpin', Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, Manginas, They Look Like Men But They Act Like Ladies, The Misadventures of Captain Save-'em, or The Man Crisis on Amazon.com in paperback or Kindle formats. And if you want to learn more about the dysfunctional behaviors that drive a woman like Meghan Markle, you can pick up Sean James's classic book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, and you can learn why dysfunctional women like Meghan Markle think the way they do, why they behave the way they do. And I guarantee you, had Prince Harry read this book, he would not be a pauper today. If that's all I have to say for this video, you can comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want to see me make more classic videos like this with the classic UK accent, you can donate to my Patreon, PayPal, or Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.